Finally for us here tonight, the New York Times is taking legal action against the Erie County Sheriff's Office in this new lawsuit accusing it of illegally withholding public records. The new lawsuit just filed has an investigative journalist for the Times named Sammy Sussman saying that the Sheriff's Office refused to release documents that are mandatory under New York's Freedom of Information law. Sussman's focus is on police misconduct. The Times requested Brady and Giglio lists, which identify officers who have been disciplined for candor issues or criminally convicted, thereby calling into question their credibility in trials. Attorney Kristen Elmore joins us live tonight to help us understand this. This is sort of like one of those headlines where you're like, oh, the New York Times is suing the Erie County Sheriff. I gave a little synopsis there. What else should we know about this lawsuit? Why is this interesting? This is about government transparency. The New York Times, journalists like yourselves, attorneys like myself have great interest in government transparency through the Freedom of Information laws we have in our state. And the Sheriff John Garcia is an elected official who's elected really to enforce the law, and this lawsuit is about making sure that the sheriff follows the law. Specifically, again, this is about potential police misconduct and records that are supposed to be made public. This is something that you have, litigated in the past. Why this specific? Why should these specific documents be made public? Why is that important? So around 2020, New York State repealed a law protecting personnel files of police officers. That information is now part of the public record and available to be requested under the Freedom of Information laws. Now, the New York Times has reporters compiling databases of police records showing instances of perhaps dishonesty, police brutality, of police departments all across the country, and that's of major importance to us as public. So what this case is about is the Sheriff's Office basically not timely responding to records requests or making vague denials of those requests. The New York Times did appeal to an administrative law judge and is now taking the next step by filing a lawsuit and hoping to actually get their hands on those records. Yeah, and just so our viewers understand, you mentioned, as a journalist, I've had to file lawsuits before because this is what sometimes happens, right? The way the process works is you file a FOIL request. There is a certain period of time, up to 20 business days, when you're supposed to get those documents, unless they have a good reason why they're not. There's an appeal process, and then basically if they deny your appeal, you have the right to take them to court. So how does the litigation work now? Does this just go before a judge, they'll make their cases, and the judge decides? That's the idea. And not only are you supposed to receive the records in a certain amount of time, but if the records are especially voluminous, then the response time should be about 5 days for the government agency you're requesting records from to let you know when or about you could expect them, or that they've just an acknowledgement that you've received the request. And what you see is allegations that they're not only not receiving those timely acknowledgement letters, but also simple things like not picking up the phone, not returning telephone calls. I think this lawsuit is really about accountability and transparency. The lawsuit, as I mentioned, is pretty new. Do we have a response in the court paperwork from the Erie County Sheriff, or is that something that the county attorney will file on his behalf as this proceeds on? The last time I checked, this case didn't even have a docket number, but It was filed on Friday. The county attorney is the civil division of our local government, and they will be responsible for defending the sheriff in the litigation. There will be a discovery process. The county attorney's office will likely ask for records from the sheriff's office to see, are they timely responding to these requests? And if there's any defenses, they can assert those defenses. But ultimately, what we all would want as citizens is more transparency from our local government officials. Again, as a journalist, we oftentimes complain about the lack of a really robust law in the state of New York to get some public records. The state of Florida, for instance, is called the Sunshine State, not just because of the sun, but because they're really transparent with stuff. This is an instance in which we should be getting these documents, right?
And it may just be a need for the county to hire more professionals to actually process these requests in a timely manner. And if there are, for example, private addresses and phone numbers of officers and records that they would rather keep private for officer safety, personnel who can actually take the time and comb through them and redact them. These are records that I had to turn over to defense attorneys as a former prosecutor. So these records certainly have interest for our general public.
Attorney Kristen Elmore, thanks so much for coming in. Good to see you.
Thank you, Michael.